Hey, my wonderful divine feminine Pisces placements. Excuse me. Whew. We're gonna start out with a confirmation burp. Okay. Maybe you're having a lot of that like indigestion or like kind of like solar plexus, heart chakra energy happening for you this month. Christina here, Ginger Mama. All right, divine feminine, divine masculine placements. This is the divine feminine read for Pisces. If you're more anxiously attached in a connection, that's typically more the divine feminine energy. If you're more avoidant, that's typically more masculine, but there's other clarifiers, so maybe watch both to get an idea of what resonates more with you. Sometimes it's both as we're balancing out our yin and yang balance, okay? Also, sun, moon, rising, Venus placements can be helpful, whatever you feel called to intuitively. And if you have a counterpart, feel free to check out the opposite, like their astrology, and see if that lines up with where your connection is at this time. Normally I channel images, but today a few of my readings, it's been more the things I have, like they stand out to me. Divine feminine Pisces, like I have this elephant. Look, there's a little baby elephant inside, right? And I love this. This was gifted to me when I was pregnant with my daughter. And I feel like this energy for you, Pisces, where you're like, you know you're strong. You know you're that like mama elephant. But elephants, by the way, stay pregnant for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Like it's a long time before they have the baby. And I feel like that feeling of you're just like, I feel like this is taking forever. Well, when's it coming? Like whatever that is, the career endeavor or the relationship, you're just like, I'm ready for the baby to come out, you know? So know that you're not alone. You're doing a great job. Let's review what happened earlier this month. I apologize. This is getting posted later than I anticipated. A lot of energy going on in the collective, as we know. So a lot going on for me too. So better late than never. But I want to review what happened so you can kind of go through the checklist of like that was or was not where I was. And if you missed any release work, you can still do this now, okay? Let's finish this up in Scorpio season before we hit Sagittarius season and roll into Thanksgiving, okay? We started out with Venus and Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus on November 5th. And so Scorpio loves to dive headfirst. They like intense experiences, but understand that they're also fixed within that. So it's this energy of like, just so much fixed energy right now. It's crazy. And you as a mutable placement, Pisces, might be feeling more of that fixed, stuck energy instead of like the cardinal energy to go forward. Mutable sign placements have a tendency to swing back and forth where like for a few days or weeks or maybe hours, they're go, go, go. And then the next minute they're just like, nah, I'm done. I'm just chilling. And there's nothing wrong with like that, but we want to balance out the duality a little bit more, which is what mutable sign placement is really great at and good for. And that's why I love mutable placements in your charts, right? I feel this energy too. I'm a Gemini rising, which is mutable. And I felt like the first part of this month, especially that fixed placement energy pulling me back. And I was like, no, I got to go forward. So it was kind of a big tug for me. So you might be feeling that. We have Uranus retrograde in Taurus till January 22nd. Okay, everybody. This started on August 23rd. And so this is how we relate to money and finances. Maybe you're kind of struggling or back and forth about a new endeavor or spiritual work or restructuring something. And this is the time to stop overthinking it, especially if you're having crown chakra activation. Get out of hanging around and start moving forward, okay? If you've been in healing mode and you've been doing the deep work, you've released connections that do not serve you, and you know you're ready for the next step, my left ear ringing, go forward, okay? Follow your intuition on that. Understand it might be a little difficult, but it's gonna get there. You're gonna see progress, especially by the middle of January on those endeavors. You have the strength to do this. You've got to surrender the financial piece though. You've got to be like, okay, I trust Source with my dreams and my vision and my relationships, and like I'm trusting Source in all these other ways. Why can I not do it when it comes to my finances? Okay, so tap in with that right now. Also, this thought, you might have been thinking heavily about what does partnership look like or collaboration around finances. What does it look like in a relationship? What would I really want there? So maybe get clear about that. On the 8th, we had Mercury moving into Scorpio as well. Our conversations were kind of mysterious and like in depth and like, oh my gosh, like what's really occurring here? What do I really want? And you're wanting more. You're wanting more emotional truth, more vulnerability, and that's okay. You're allowed to want that. You are allowed to want that. You are allowed to want that, okay? Don't beat yourself up and say that you're not. You are. The full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus we also had on the 8th was part of a 3-part series. So I want you to reflect. Where were you on November 19th, 2020, okay? What was occurring around then, that time for you? And then we skipped a year, and now November 8th, we just had the next series of this, and then it'll culminate on October 28th of 2023, next year. So where were you in 2020, right? A lot of us coming out of that COVID energy, it was a lot of inward, like we just didn't quite know, right? And now we're making progress. And now as we hit the 2023, it's like you're going to be a whole new person by next year at this time. You are. But only if you continue to take forward action and really check in with yourself with that mutable energy. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going forward. Oh, shoot, now I'm really stalled out again. And really ask yourself, okay, how do I get to a really good in-between? How do I do this? How do I keep driving forward, okay? Check on your other sign placements as well. See how much mutable, fixed, or cardinal energy you have in your chart. That will help you better determine that. But the goal of this is to make you stronger and more stable. And so, yeah, if you have any questions about that, feel free to book a personal with me as well. gingermama.com with the 3 A's. I'm happy to read for you or discuss your astrology placements in further detail. It's totally up to you. But this energy of this month is kind of like an earthquake. You're like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? The ground's moving. You're like, I got to jump. I got to do it. Yeah, you got to do it, or you're going to be really, really uncomfortable. You must take action. Also ask yourself, if you haven't already, where you're failing to show gratitude, okay? Gratitude is critical on this journey. If you are not like, thank you, out there praising God, like, thank you for the little things, right? Thank you for the people. Thank you for the water. Thank you for the bed. Thank you. Thank you for this free reading on YouTube. I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the energy we need to embody repeatedly. A lot of people will say, you better say thank you at least 7 times. Write it down. Say it out loud. Sit in gratitude. Also, look around you. What connections are you really thankful for? Okay? Especially friends, family, whoever. It's like that. Like, I feel like I want to hype you up is like what I'm trying to do, Divine Feminine. I feel like Source is like, come on, we need you, Pisces. Like, let's go. Come on, we need you. You know you're tapped in. We need you right now. Let's go. And so get in that energy of gratitude and look around you and be like, okay, yeah, these people are legit. This I need to let go of. Like, get clear and then just do it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. And especially as we're moving into Thanksgiving, right? Like, we show gratitude around that time, but this is showing it right now, like the entire month. And so pay attention to that. Also, if you type in Thanksgiving sale booking on my website, you get 5% off. So I'm trying to give you guys a discount too. Show gratitude for all of you that follow me. Thank you. But this eclipse both reveals and conceals, right? So some things might be coming to light, like in your dreams and astral, especially you Pisces placements. You can be heavy dreamers. If you're struggling with dreaming right now, tap in with that. Maybe take calcium, magnesium before bed, drink some water. I think most of you, though, are already dreaming to some degree. So just tap in with that energy. As above, so below. We know that it's not exact, but it's very wild how accurate dream state can be in our day-to-day life. So pay attention to that. A lot of this, energy we had up until now on the 13th, the 11/11 portal, all of this is really revolutionary. It's a lot of people like, wait a second, and they're all awakening to something, right? And you might be feeling a lot of that energetic kickback. So keep pushing it just out of your field if you know it's not for you. Work is a great way to push away this energy, all right? And I feel like you're trying to move forward, but the star reversed, you're kind of like feeling like you're lacking direction, or you're feeling like unworthy. Like, are you sure it's me? Are you sure I'm the one who's supposed to rise up and like speak and do the thing? Yeah, it's you. It's you. I'm right now, it's you. If you're seeing this message, I'm telling you right now, it's you. Okay? So you can go look in the mirror and tell yourself 8,000 times, it's me. It's me. Ginger Mama said so on that reading, and Source told her, I need to march forward with my cup, okay? Because I'm telling you, I feel like kind of this funny energy for you where you're like, I don't know, maybe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's you, okay? Stop doubting, all right? Do it in your own unique way, by the way, Pisces. You guys are great at that. Like, you don't have to be all like serious and whatever. Like, tap into some silly, fun, creative energy with any of these new endeavors. I feel like that's important for you, okay? You don't have to always be so serious. And I know I say that as I have a stellium in Capricorn. Like, I can be pretty freaking serious, but at the same time, I try to tap into that creative play and joy. And I have, by the way, through TikTok readings all year. Like, I mean, I'm pulling out animal charts and games and whatever, anything I can think of to be creative, right? So the Hermit, don't hide out anymore. Like, and furthermore, if you have been hiding out and following spirit and now you have guidance, right? If you've done that, if you haven't, maybe dip into that for a little bit, depending on where you are on your journey, right? But once you come out the other side, whether it's, Scorpio season, Sagittarius season, you're going to feel more rebalanced, all right? And money will become more balanced as well. All right, so as we move into the end of the month, the 22nd, we hit Sagittarius season. I feel like for many of you, you're going to have a big new beginning in some way, or awakenings. You're going to start realizing, and other people are going to start realizing. Now, they might be doubting you, but they're going to start realizing, because you're going to walk different, you're going to feel different, you're going to walk into a room. Trust me, it happened to me. Early December last year, I went to a party, and I remember being there, and I feel like everybody was like, what the fuck? And I was just like, and I didn't have to do anything. It was just my presence. And that's what Source wants you to embody. Like that image of you just in a dress or a suit or whatever gender you are. And you're just walking in, you're just there. And you're speaking truth, you're ready for this. And people are gonna doubt you, friends, family, whoever. Maybe it's Thanksgiving dinner, you're there. But you don't need to worry about them. You're gonna be there in your masculine energy, stable, grounded, loyal, dedicated. And you're just gonna be yeah, I know I'm here. I know I'm legit. I know I'm ready for this. And if they want to doubt or hate, then I'm just not entertaining it. And you're not mean. You're not picking a fight. You're not doing anything like that. You're not preaching. But if people have questions or you're dropping little tidbits, great. And I feel like you're going to really feel good in this. I really do. And so if you're struggling right now, I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling much better. Yeah, look at this. Ace of Pentacles reversed. There's no other option right now but God. Right? But following that hand of God, Source. And Source will provide. Jaira, Source provides for those who follow, those who choose to follow consciously. And so stay in that energy of truth, of peace, of love, of light. But also know this is not always peace, right? This is a spiritual war, so to speak, going on. Pay attention to your energy. Make sure you're clearing it. If you're in a large group and things are off, just go. Just leave. You taking these actions alone, just saying the thing I need to go. I'm not feeling well in this energy. Nothing personal against you. I'm going to go. That alone speaks volumes to people around you, okay? So flow in the way that Source is guiding you, all right? Especially if that crown is unblocked. All right, the 23rd, we have the new moon in Sagittarius. Again, if you've been doing the work, 12:34 on my clock, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've been doing the work nonstop this year, you're going to be feeling so much better with this new moon, this fire energy rolling in, especially if you have fire sign placement heavy in your chart. But if you're not doing the work, this could be a time where you're feeling even weaker. You're like, why am I feeling this way? And it's because you're not taking the actions forward. So focus on that. Also focus on anything third eye related. Like I said, your dreams seem very significant this month. I've had dreams where somebody's really in a great mood, like a family member or a friend, and I'll reach out and they are. I've had dreams about my sitter, her leg hurt, and I was like, this is weird. Do you have a leg injury? She's like, no, I do, from when I was younger, and it just came back up. I have no way of knowing this stuff. So pay attention to what's occurring in astral. It's not 1,000% on, but it means something, okay? And you don't need to go telling everybody all your dreams, specifically to who's in it, but if you run into certain people, that might be your sign, okay? Yeah, it's like this comes out again, by the way, as I shuffled. You're awakening, and others around you are going to notice that. You need to protect your energy, though. I'm telling you, Pisces, right now. I know that you care about these friends, family, whatever, but if it's not feeling really good, you need to pull back, okay? Walk in that room, own it, but if you're like, this isn't for me, then go, okay? Or cut back communication. You don't owe anybody an explanation about everything you've been through or your journey. They have their own journeys. You're not here to save everybody. If you think you're here to save everyone, that is a complex you hold that you need to address within you, okay? What we do is we serve the collective, and those who feel called to us then come to us, right? And it's co-creation, co-collaboration, right? It's not about one person saving everybody, or you really are going to be in your head. Yeah, I'm telling you. Queen of Cups here with the Tower and the Knight of Cups. You might also be in your... Okay, I also feel like this might be coming in for you at the end of the month, okay? On the 29th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius opposite Mars in Gemini, and it sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. So this is going to be progress. Some of you in Divine Counterpart Connections, right? you might be having some type of emotional truth coming in or communication, or maybe you're trying to give that to somebody. Maybe you haven't talked to them in a while, source is like guiding you, and you're like, all right, I'm going to reach out. And you reach out. And you're feeling really balanced in your emotions. You're feeling really good. You're like, I've done it. I know that I'm genuine in this. But if this person, or if you, isn't being emotionally vulnerable and truthful, you're going to crumble into a tower moment. And we can't avoid tower moments sometimes, right? So I'm just fair warning you. Whatever you feel called to, make sure you're tapped in. If you know you're meant to reach out, reach out. If you know you're not, then don't. Pay attention, okay? Last year around this time, literally Thanksgiving night, I'd been writing, going through a big release. I'd been in separation from my counterpart for a month, and Source was like, no, you need to reach out. And we talked on the phone, and I felt like it was pretty good. We planned to see one another a couple weeks later, and we did, but then it was a huge tower moment because I was like, oh shit, this isn't aligned yet at all. And so it's okay though, that needed to happen for me and for my person, right? And so understand that that's part of the journey if that happens to you, whether you're reaching out or they are. Just make sure whatever you're doing is in a flow state with Source, and you know you're being called to do it, okay? All right, Pisces, you guys got this. Let's pull a quick moon oracle card for you. If you want more clarity, again, feel free to book at gingermama.com. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. Hold on, everybody, hold on. What are we getting? What are we getting? That one wanted to flow. What? Who are you, Pisces? Okay, sorry, I got so excited. My microphone's probably off. A new romantic cycle begins. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm telling you, that communication, you guys, be super level in your emotions, super honest, okay? A personal issue reaches resolution and the end of a tough cycle approaches. Oh my gosh, these are the best. You guys, I hope you listened through that whole reading because this is the best ending. And a time to give rather than to take. And so again, be mind, expect powerful change. Like I feel like someone else is realizing that they need to give to you, Divine Feminine. I don't feel like this is you needing to overgive, okay? I think you've been doing that. If you are giving, give to the collective right now. But trust that you do have romance coming in that will be giving to you as well. And then you can equally give and take, okay? I love all of you. I will see you next month.